Olympus shares now plunging. This after the company said it used advisory fees to hide losses. Mike Fern is in Tokyo with the details. Mike, an astonishing admission.
Yeah, we've just heard from the government's chief spokesman refusing to give a comment on this. Really, we haven't had much kind of leadership from the government in terms of corporate governance. And in fact, Olympus only making this admission because the news was discovered by an independent panel that they appointed. They gave a statement to the Tokyo Stock Exchange, finding that Olympus hid losses from investments that they made in the 90s with money that appeared on the books as advisory fees. This was cash that was paid to firms who advised on the takeover of Gyrus, a British firm, in 2008, and 3 other acquisitions in Japan around the same time. This cash funneled into investment funds to cancel unrealised losses. Olympus had been keeping off those financial statements. Now, Olympus apologised to shareholders. Last week it said there was nothing illegal about the Gyrus takeover and the acquisition of 3 Japanese companies which it said were part of business expansion plans. President Shuichi Takayama, who made those comments, is speaking again at 12:30 local time, just down the road from Olympus's headquarters, and just as the afternoon session starts on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Olympus was supposed to report first half earnings today. It won't be doing that, still going through their books and trying to figure out what really happened.
Well, as you can imagine, Mike, I'm sure the shareholder reaction has been quite vociferous.
Yes, Harris Associates, based in Chicago, the 7th biggest shareholder, says Olympus should bring back Michael Woodford. That was the guy who was sacked as president and CEO several weeks back by the then chairman, Tsuyoshi Kikukawa. Kikukawa said Woodford went because he was a bad manager. Woodford said, no, it was because I was asking too many awkward questions. He went public with a report by PricewaterhouseCoopers which said, why did Olympus pay $687 million to 2 companies as advisory fees for a takeover that was only $2 billion or 3 times the amount of advisory fees? Now, we haven't got a comment from Woodford yet. He's still on the board of directors at Olympus, as is Kikukawa, who resigned as chairman a couple of weeks back. Since Woodford's sacking, we saw the shares losing more than half their value today. As soon as they started trading, they were down by the daily limit, 734 yen, a 29% drop, the biggest plunge in at least 37 years, Rish.
Mike, I'm sure you're going to be all over this story throughout the course of the day, as you have been over the recent weeks as well.